So, welcome back to another episode of Peaches and Tea. We're joined by Angie and our newest facial specialist, Layla. Is that how you pronounce your? How do you pronounce your name?
So my name is
Because like,
it's always
what?
different. I say it differently sometimes.
Yeah, because I'm like, I listen to your videos and I'm like, 1 minute it's Layla and the other one was like Lila. I was like, what is this bitch's name? I was like so
I,
confused.
I know. So my name is spelled Leyla. So like my friend, like people who don't really know me call me Leyla. My family calls me Lila, but it's spelled Layla. So like throughout my whole school years, people called me Layla. So I feel like there's both my name because I respond for both, and people always call me both. But like my
But
parents, my close friends, Lila.
okay, so but it's supposed to be Lila, right?
It was supposed to be, but it makes no sense because it's spelled Layla. My parents thought they were spelling Lila and they were spelling
I'm
Layla,
cracking up.
That's embarrassing.
right?
Oh my God. Because I heard you say it one time in a video, and I was like, Angie, her name's Lila. Or did I tell Jordan? And we're like,
But I know I was thinking the same thing because I even asked Layla too. I was like, "How do you say your name?" Because I don't know, and she gave me the whole spiel too. I was like, "I don't know what to call you. Is it Layla or is it Lila?" But
ah.
I just call you Layla.
So what made you decide to come into the aesthetic world? What was like your, this is what I want to do moment?
When the pandemic came, I always been into skincare because growing up I
Mm-hmm.
had acne. I even got on Accutane and nothing worked, not even Accutane. That's how bad. Like sometimes I feel like acne is just like hormonal. Like the more you try to cure it, it just has to end up going away on its own. But I always try to take care of my skin. Always try to make my own type of like home remedies to cure like the inflammation because the type of acne I had was like I used to get big cysts on my face and they were blind. So you know like those pimples that you can't even pop. So it was like nothing. There was nothing I could do to make it go away. It literally just went away with time. So during the pandemic, and we were home doing nothing. I I don't know what really made me start doing this, but I started making body butters and body scrubs like organically.
Mm-hmm.
I bought from
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of different oils like jojoba oil, vitamin E, avocado oil, and then I started looking up how to make body butters because I always felt like regular lotion that we use, it dries up, like it doesn't feel like leave your skin moisturized. So the body butters, the oils that it has, it always leaves you moisturized, doesn't leave you oily either. So that's when I realized like, okay, I also dropped out of school because I was going to school to be an ultrasound technician. So I was supposed to be in the medical field. But all throughout school, I knew that I didn't really want to do that because I found it kind of boring. Like it wasn't my passion. So, the pandemic, everything was online. Like school was online. I was failing because I can't learn online at all. I have to be in person. And I told myself that I was gonna do the body oils, body butters, and then from there I went to school and I went to Christine Balmy after that, well, of last year, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I went to school, like I knew it was the best decision I ever made when I went to Christine Bauman because of how the girls are. Like I feel like when you go to beauty school, the females are so motivating and like everybody just wants to help each other. Everybody wants to see everyone do good. Like it's not like college or high school where people are hating or like nobody really knows what they're doing. Like there, everybody knows that we're here to grow, to help each other out, and yeah,
Yeah. I
basically.
mean, it's good. How do you feel like, did you feel like Christine Valmy, like per, like, how can I say it? Do you feel like Christine Raleigh prepared you for like this industry, or do you feel like they only prepared you to do the state exam and that was it?
I feel like they did prepare me for the industry, honestly, because they made it like very like personal. Like they really wanted us to grow and learn. It wasn't really just like book, book, book. It was a lot of hands-on stuff, and then like the girls too. Most of the females that I was in school with already had like their lashing thing going on and stuff like that. So I feel like Christy Mommy definitely prepared me for the world. Not just,
Okay, that's pretty good. And what made you want to choose the Peach Bar? I know we always get different answers, but I'm always curious on what made you want to come because you come in with some knowledge of the Peach Bar, right? You were with your waxer is we're not going to say her name. You have a waxer who works for my mortal enemy. So what made you want to come to the Peach Bar? Because I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, this bitch is a spy. I was like, yo, get her out. Homegirl's a spy, bro. But so what made you want to stay and like be part of this? Because I know like there's so much stuff on the internet and there's so much like he said, she said drama and nonsense. Because I am a firm believer that there's three sides to every story. There's my side, that person's side, and then there's the truth, right? I'm always going to make myself look the best. They're always going to make their side look the best. So what was it that you were just like, you know what? Let me try the Peach Bar and see what this is about.
Honestly, it was something so random. Like I'm a firm believer in when something's meant to be yours, it's like the universe, God, whatever you believe in, will bring it, and it's gonna be for you. Like whatever's meant to be for you is for you. I'm a firm believer in that.
Mm.
I told myself because after school, I didn't work right away because I graduated last year in June. Um,
Mm.
Started traveling a lot to my mom's country, Dominican Republic, because I have a something like I'm investing in something out there. So like a whole year I was just traveling. And I told myself like I need to start doing what I went to school for, like what I like, what I enjoy. So one of my close girlfriends that I met in Christine Bami that we're very, very close. She's super successful. She has her lash thing going on. She was telling me about the Peach Bar. And I was like, and I told her, I was like, I used to get waxed there. It's super nice. And she was telling me they have a skincare section. I was like, what? Because when I used to get waxed here, I never even knew there was a downstairs. You know, some people are just so used to going upstairs, we don't look and we'll be rushing.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
don't the downstairs section. And I'm like, what, really? And she was like, yeah, check it out, apply. So I went on Indeed. I went on Indeed, and then you literally hit me up the next day. And then we got on the call, on the Zoom call for the meeting.
Oh, I did do your Zoom call. You know, I was arguing with Angie and I was like, Angie, I didn't interview her. And Angie's like, yes, you did. I was like,
Camera,
it's the hair. It's the hair.
it's
The
always
hair threw me off.
it's always different. Yeah, it looks so different. But yeah, that's the real reason. So it's through my friend Frances that she told me that you guys were hiring, and then that's when I went and I looked into it.
Oh, okay. That's
Do
Yeah.
you
pretty
think
cool.
everything you expected? Like, what were your expectations, and did we meet them?
Honestly, in the interview with Erica, I feel like you remind me a little bit of myself because you're very honest and like
Yeah, I'm brutally honest. It's like a blessing and a curse, and I can't. I as much as I try to like bite my tongue, bro, I just can't. I have to be honest with
I
people.
like that's why some people like don't like you honestly because I know a lot of people like you, and then when people like when I tell them I work, they're like, oh, you work for Erica. I'm like, Erica got a whole fan of haters.
I really do. And you know what's the funny part? I got a whole fan of haters of people who never met me.
They don't know you. Exactly.
Like
The people who have the most
like you like your waxer, we're not going to say the person's name, never met me in person. I've never met her. And for her, yeah, to dislike me, but I'd be like, yo, I'm about to send an email to be like, yo, come over to the Peach Park just to start some drama, just because I want it. I want to sprinkle just a little bit of hate around. But
uh,
it'd be true. But I think that when people get to know me like on a personal level, like my only thing is to make you better, right? Um, and just because I'm brutally honest, you have to understand that it comes from a place of trying to make you better. I think this industry is such a joke, right? Because of the pandemic, so many people came in here and, you know, don't have a license or are waxing from home, don't have like a suite or don't know like the proper technique and stuff, were never trained a day in their life, and they're doing this from home and making it a mockery. So to me, it's like when I bring people in, it's because I truly see something in you, and my job is to put the best estheticians out there in the world. I mean, if you look at all my haters, they could say what they want, but half of my girls own their own suites and make their own money. So let's give credit where credit's due. You get what I mean?
no, absolutely.
But I don't think
I was
I think a lot of my hatred comes from like me being so like honest, but at the same time my micromanaging. But it's just like I can't help but micromanage you girls, because if we don't micromanage you girls, look how easy it is to forget to post a video or to submit a video or to get your books booked up. Like once we start to like let you girls do what you want, look how dead it could be there at the peach bar. You know what I mean? But whatever. We could leave the haters to another discussion. Now, what do you feel was like the best skincare for you? Like, what helped you truly with your acne to get that clearer skin? What was it that were like, this is something that everyone should have in their regimen?
That's a good question. Let me see, because there's so many things that I used that I don't even know. There's so many things that I used. I don't even know what was the last thing that did it. You know, and I feel like my skin.
Really?
I swear, my skin. It was slowly, like it slowly started clearing up. So it was not like, oh, it got better right away. Like this product made it better. Like
Mm,
it was traumatic, but it was my acne also is genetic, so I feel like that has a lot to do when it's genetic. Like it's not hormonal or food or when it's genetic, it's a little harder to go away. But what I love is vitamin C serum. That helped a lot. Like give me glow, like brighten my skin, like give it life.
yeah.
Because having so much acne, it would look dry and dull. So the vitamin C does help, like brighten my skin and the hyperpigmentation. I would say
That's
vitamin.
really good. I think a lot of people also don't know that like acne can be genetic. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people walk around in this world, they don't really know certain things. Like even Angie, I think she has a little bit of eczema and she didn't know that could be triggered by certain things that you eat. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like if
Mm-hmm.
your gut health isn't like working, then you may not you may have a flare up. Same thing, like I have psoriasis on my foot and that has to do with certain things I eat. Like if I eat like a really crappy diet, then my psoriasis starts to act up and like I get like dry patches. I think what most people don't know, like your skin is a reflection, like the phone. If you're not cleaning the phone, you could have acne and pimples all here. Same thing with your bed. Like you should be washing that shit like
Pillowcases.
every week. Like let's not skip that because when you sleep, you're shedding all that dead skin.
Yep.
It's
I
funny
always
when
sleep
people
well though.
sleep naked to me because I'm like, why are you sleeping naked? And people are like, oh, because it's like so freeing. And I'm like, yeah, but like if you fart in your sleep, you're just leaving
Oh my
poop
god, yeah,
particles all over your bed.
Hard to go.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I be thinking that deep. I thought it was only me. I be thinking very
No.
deep. Especially when
I
I
don't.
have people over, and like if they're sleeping in my room, then as soon as they leave, I'm disinfecting everything because I will not be
Yeah.
able to think about how like they left
I
their
would
body
never
fluids.
go in the clothes, like my outside clothes, in my bed. I find that disgusting.
Oh
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine too.
hmm.
Like
Yeah,
laying
I
down
don't let
with the clothes that you had on all day.
yeah, and I don't let like the floor like if you walked with your outside shoes, you can't walk with them inside.
I'll see
That
that. I don't. I don't
No,
do
that's
that.
one thing that I want to start doing, but it's hard to get everybody like in your household
Yeah.
to do it too. You know what I mean? Because if you're doing it and like my mom, for example, is not doing it, like it was not defeating the purpose of it.
I have OCD, like that shit scares me. Like, I don't know. And then I have dogs too, so I'm like I always have my vacuum like clean twice a day and it mops twice a day because the dogs and this and
Mhm.
that. I don't know. I just think people need to take it like more serious, especially like we deal with a lot of like Brazilians and I think people don't understand that the way you treat your face, you also have to treat the rest of your body. So if you're putting moisturizer and all these serums on your face, you should do it to your whole body too. Like you need those serums, you need those moisturizers, especially in your bikini area.
Mhm.
How do you feel like vajacials help the Brazilian area? Like do you feel like they help? Do you feel like they don't help? Do you feel like people are just doing it to do it? Like what are your thoughts on vajacials?
Um, I love radio shows because one of the reasons why I do because I love like the results that you see. For example, like I when I first started doing them here, I have people that I've done it too that still get it done. Have been getting it done every month, and then they come back and it gets better. Like the hyperpigmentation, them using the bush balm oil. Their ingrowns are less. You see that they're healed. That the scar is just a
Mm-hmm.
scarring. It fades. The hydration because the oil helps so much with giving that area life. Like it's not supposed to be dull. It's like you said. Like you're supposed to treat it like your skin, like your face. And the
Yeah.
just make a beautiful difference, honestly. And I love to see it. Like, and I've seen
Yeah,
it, so that's why I believe in it because I see it. Like the difference.
I love a good like vajacial. Like those who know like how to properly do a vajacial, like you could tell it's night and day when you like walk in and walk out. Now, what is like your favorite service to do, and what is like your kryptonite, like one that you hate doing?
My favorite service is Brazilians, honestly.
Me too.
Brazilians. Lease. I don't really have a lease because I just feel like every waxing is just so fun. But it used to be full legs, but now I'm getting a little better at it. But the only reason I feel like it's my lease is because I take more of my time. You know, like I take
Mm,
too much time, but it's not because I don't like it. It's just that I feel like it's more work, definitely, because the hairs obviously in the legs is a lot. It's full legs.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say full legs.
I Yeah, that's the same. Like, I feel like I would rather do like 1,000 Brazilians than a pair of legs because I feel like legs are my kryptonite. And it's just like a mental thing for me because I feel like it's so scattered. Like you don't know if to go
Yeah,
for leg by leg or do one whole leg and then the other whole leg. Like it's
too much
such a
going on.
different pattern. Yeah, like that I get confused because like waxing you have to multitask. Same thing with management. Like you have to know, like Angie should know this, like you have to pay attention to the girls, pay attention to the books and all this stuff because if you drop the ball at any moment, it's a ripple effect. And same thing with waxing. Like you have to have a conversation, know the wax temperature, know how you're applying the wax, how you're taking it off, what strip you laid first, then to go to the other strip. It's just so much
It
that
is a
people are
lot.
just like, wait, and I'm like, yo, we can multitask like that. Like
It's true.
that
You don't think
prepares
about it when
you.
you're doing it, but then you put it that way, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah. That's the crazy part is like you're sitting there and you're like, wait, like, okay, yeah, I did this, now I did that, wait. And then by the time you're done, you're like, wait, I did do all my steps. Like I know when you first start out, you're like, okay, did I do step one? Did I do step eight? Da 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 da.
Hmm.
But I think that the way we teach is like a full proof method on how to do a Brazilian that you can't really mess it up, if that makes sense.
I feel like the steps make it so much easier to like get everything off because I don't know if that makes sense, but I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. Like it's just
yeah, it
it's
does.
like the perfect steps.
I asked Andy this question and I'm going to ask you. If I came to you and I'm like, Layla, you're going to create your own peach bar. You have to pick one receptionist, one waxer. Who are you bringing with you and why?
Okay, one receptionist and one waxer.
Yep.
Okay, I would take Angie as a receptionist for sure. Angie's not gonna let me down. And
No, she's not.
waxer. Um, I would say Sophia because Sophia she's good with talking with people.
Yeah,
Like
she is. She's
she's like
she's
she
really
blows my
good.
mind. I'm like, wow, I want to be like you one day. When I hear her talking, I'm like, I cannot say that many words. Like I keep it short.
Yeah, too. Somebody said that they love her TikToks. Like Sophia, her TikToks are the best. I love her TikToks.
She's good.
She plans them out. I feel like she stays at home just
No,
practicing them all day long.
no, there's no
Like
way she's naturally that perfect on TikTok.
she does. Like she practices, and her things are they're pretty funny. I think her old one was pretty funny, like because she had like the old filter and everything, which is pretty good. I said I would bring Layla and did I say Kanisha? Yeah, I said I would bring Layla and Kanisha because I could build you guys into a monster team.
Yes, for sure. We're easy to
I
mold.
think yeah, that's exactly what it is. You guys are both so like I just think you like Kanisha, she's really good at her TikToks now. She's like submitting more and she's pretty funny. I just think Layla, we need to break you out your shell.
Yeah, because I'm
It's
not broken out. And I told you it was gonna be high. At least I told you from the beginning. I did.
she is not broken out her shell, but it's just like you're so funny. Like, because even here, like you could flow, you could have a conversation, you could do it. You just have to be comfortable in the moment to do
It's
Yeah.
it.
true. It's just the TikToks that kill me. Like I don't know what it is. How am I gonna help myself with the TikTok? I don't know. There's not like a TikTok university or something. Like I need to go. I'll take a class.
Yeah, they don't have to be TikToks. They could be talking videos.
Talk a
Like
bit, right?
this is, like people don't know how to properly dry brush. Tell them how to dry brush. People don't know a great shower routine, like, or people don't know what they should do before coming in for wax. Like, most people think they should take a shot and, smoke before coming in for wax, but that's like the worst thing to do because all your senses are heightened. So the pain is going to feel more painful, ladies.
It's like when
Like,
you get a tattoo. If they
exactly.
recommend you
Like,
not. Hmm.
there's just so much out there that people don't know, and there's so much misinformation that it's our job to clear it up. And I think, like, it doesn't have to be a TikTok, but it could be a talking video where you could clear a lot of things up. Like, how many of our clients come in and they shave before getting a wax?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but I read it online. What logic is there? Shave before a wax.
And then the time period of when you could come get a wax after you shave. That's a lot of that. I'm gonna make the video when I get off the
Yeah.
podcast because yeah, a lot of females don't know the time.
No. And
Like
they don't
how
even
come we
know,
got
like, I think it's also that clients don't know that when I first wax you, your hair is going to be on different growth patterns, right? So, like, some are going to grow in faster, some are going to grow in slower. You
over?
still should wax every 4 weeks in order for us to get you on that proper,
Yep.
pattern and that wavelength. And I think people don't know that. So, these are all good videos
Yeah.
that it doesn't have to be a funny talking video, it could just be an informative video. And who doesn't want to go to a waxer who's very informative and I know is going to get my skin correct?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try that better. Even though I still no, seriously. But even I feel like I'm still awkward in the videos too. Like you know how I be remaking them like 10 times because I don't know why I be stuttering. But like if I'm talking to you, I talk normal. But as soon as I know I'm making a video by myself, I'm stuttering. I have a lisp. Like I sound like I don't know.
that accent kicks in.
The accent. I start speaking Spanglish. I'm like, oh my god.
You
I
really
swear, I
do.
be so. Oh my
That
god.
whole Dominican comes out. I'm like,
It
where'd she
does.
come from?
I feel it's true.
All right, ladies, that's another episode of Peaches and Tea. Thank you so much, Lila or Layla, for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you.
Likewise.
If you have any comments or questions, leave it down below. Bye, ladies.
Bye.